vero definito arrippie. Io connede che io è capabile di prendere realizzazione e riconoscimento molto importante per una vita che prende le premiere, n'est pas les premières, titule per ma vita. Je ne sais pas. So this is the words I have speaking in Italian because uh, I don't want to speak in Spanish because I don't know how to. I have grown my entire life talking in English. That's not true, and for people who are starting to learn English, it's very important to focus on thinking you are a different person. You have to believe that you are a stranger in your own language. And I have grown with the wish that when I will become older, I will become famous. And this dream have occurred to me all my life. But then when I started studying architecture, a teacher of us told me that fame, there are different kinds of fame, and there's fame like who is wanted, or my fame who is not wanted. And I decided to take fame that is wanted by creating this amazing world that at the beginning was made in Valladolid. And I don't know if the certamen or whatever it's called has decided to put the film on, the original film. The lights over at that period of my life were created by two con bands, and they were originally moved by a person. And I think it was moved by a person who knows how to treat the light, because I didn't move them and they keep moving all the time. And once I move it and the light was horrible. Um, I did started with no computer. My first video was uploaded because I wanted to prove how to put a condom. I put it wrongly, and the contradictions were that it was a first frame of male organ. I was 17 for just one day, and I will become 18 the next day. And probably it was a couple of hours for my born. I don't know if I was born then or after or before, because I strongly believe that I was born in other time. And I'm not saying I was born in a foreign time or a distant time. And the truth is that I learned how to talk English, and it took me lots of effort. And I never spoke and talk English, even though people came and talked with me in English. But mostly my voice changed through time, and puberty is a good opportunity to you to learn English and learn how to talk, because it's the same thing that happens with tobacco. You learn how to talk. And I have think about my ex-boyfriends and my real boyfriends who never ends relationships, because they don't want to be then of nothing. They want how my blog is a tale without end, and even if I die, it won't have end. And every period of my life have end. The video has end, and I don't know if it's like my psychologue that is prepared to the end, and the person arrives to the end of the video with satisfaction, or serve serve resolution or self creation. Um, the truth is that this video is made. I have placed over 2 or 3 times the blinds up and down for creating the illusion that the light is going down. But it is the opposite thing. The light is always up, and you feel like you resurrect from creation. And I really think that that emphasis of light make me think in God, and the resurrection of here make me think that God did exist, and that God was real. I have talked with priests, with people, and mostly I have arrived to the conclusion that whoever you believe is the person you're the one who have to choose. The important part is that you choose briefly and extremely good what you want to think. And I will say I'm going to talk about drugs because it's something that occurred to many people and people close to me. Drugs doesn't make you better, doesn't make you feel better. They destroy yourself and they create a person that is the other person with drugs and without drugs. Drunk people have the crisis with drugs when they drink, and the overdose when the alcohol down go down. You can drink a cup of alcohol once a week and you cannot be drunk, and the consequences won't be impressive. You can smoke tobacco and the consequences won't be bad. But if you drink or have pills of different drugs like cocaine or stuff like that, the consequences will be critical for your health service and your personality. I'm going to talk about bullfighting, and I'm going to say that it's a tradition that have occurred in our culture that people don't understand because they believe that animals have human being receptors in their mind, and the person who is a human being is us, and thinking that maybe it's not the fair thing. But yeah, I have here with conversation with lots of people who are against human killing of people, like people who are against the death penalty, and there are people who are for the death penalty and they're against killing an animal. That's really funny and really resulted. And I will emphasize that people who are in the back that are in my people, because I don't know if there are or not. I don't know who I am, and it's disturbing for me. And I want to find who I am, and the person who knows who I am is the person who make me believe in who I am, and that person has to appear in the darkness of the creation, because I was born the 17th of October of 186. The person who was pregnant and have a baby with someone of this age can raise the hand in the invisible world and tell that they were dead. I strongly believe that there is an actor who is my father and lives in the States, and I was adopted. And the truth is that my grandma is Anna Frank and she doesn't want to admit it because she's scared of consequences. My grandpa died. They meet in a very small house called Frank House, and she seems very similar. Lots of similarities in my blog. Um, I think the truth is that people have talk and talk and talk and talk about me to the face and to out of the face, and they have talk and start a conversation in myself. They went to myself. They have a conversation like I was a psycholog, and I for a price of €2 you can have a psycholog. That's what one client told me, and there were kids from school coming every day that I post a video because I was walking through the street with the camera on every time I make the video. And I strongly believe that Gijón, Valladolid, Portugal, Italy, who was in the previous blog, everything is important. And yeah, in Italy we win the finals of football, but the important part is we win ourselves, we win who we are, we win our personality, we win who you wanna be, who you want to belong to. And psychologists talk a lot about becoming who you wanna be, No, they tell you that have a sickness and you are not what you want to be. And you're the one who choose, not the psychologue. And you are the one who decides who you want to be. And the important part is realizing who you want to be and who you want to be. The speech is 10 minutes 35, and I have to give up with this conversation. And I will say that Valladolid is the country where I start to become a man, even though I started in Canada, even though I started in Gijón, I guess, because it was a different country. And flying and going abroad is a way of also discovering yourself, because the people don't know you and you can express who you want to be. And I will say YouTube is the place for expressing who you want to be. It can be secret. You can upload with a tag that no one knows. You can be no one single people. You can write comments. You can be yourself. But first, believe that people who are behind the camera have feelings, and they're gonna feel something about it. And the people who are around, out of the cameras, out of the internet, inside the internet, outside the internet, even in the streets, even in your home, they have opinions, but they have to see that your opinion is the most important and who you want to see. And I want to dedicate this video and this reception of the for the Espiga de Oro, uh, the people in general. And you know who you are. You can find yourself in the videos, or maybe you're the watcher of the videos. So you will see. So bye. And I will say goodbye to my lover, who have to face his fears and go wild in his dreams.